Hey everybody, I've got my Concept 2 rower. I just got this today. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. I've been looking for a Peloton rower for a while now. I don't want to spend the $3,000 to buy a new one, and I can't find a used one for like a reasonable price to me for what a rower should be. Concept 2 is kind of the gold standard for if you're going to compete and you want to compare. The measurement system is really good on it, and they're even brand new, they're like $1,000. So I managed to get this one for a pretty good deal today. I have been rowing on a hydro for the last year and a half, and I've done over like 2.5 million meters on that. So I row a fairly good amount. But with getting the new treadmill, I didn't want to be paying the $44 for the hydro and the $40-something for the Peloton app. And I like the idea of tracking everything on one app. So everything's going to be on my Peloton account now, which is awesome. And I just want to show you because I've been looking into this for a while and I've not seen a video of someone actually rowing on a non-Peloton rower and tying into the classes. So I've got my heart rate monitor on my arm, and then just a tip, this is TENS pad gel. It's also like ultrasound gel. It's a great connector. So when I put this on normally with a little bit of arm hair and when my skin's dry, I don't get a good reading. It might take a little bit until I start to sweat until it reads. So I always put like a little dot on the sensor, put it on my arm, works right away. A 2-pack of these on Amazon is like $7 or something. So it's dirt cheap, and this will probably last me more than a year because you just use a tiny bit every single time. Anyway, I'm going in here. I'm going to turn my heart rate monitor on, and I'm going to turn my PM5 on my Concept 2 on, go into connect. That says it's ready. My heart rate monitor remembers it, so it's already tied in. I'm going in here and telling it to connect to my rower. And now my fan's coming on. This is really cool. I like this fan here. This is a Wahoo fan that ties into your heart rate monitor. So if it's really cold in your basement or wherever you're rowing and you don't want your fan on at the beginning, this one ties into your heart rate. I wouldn't buy this just for a rower, but I have it for when I used to do a lot of biking and stuff, and I would get on when it's 30 degrees in the garage, and I didn't want the fan to really come on until my heart rate was up to like 150, and then it would start blowing. So I have it tied into this. It can tie into multiple things, so it's sending its signal to that, so when it gets up above like 120, it has 5 levels of how high it goes. It maxes out. When I hit 165, it'll be at full, and then every 10 down from there, something, it goes to another level. But anyway, let me mirror this up to my TV and press play. Wow. You're joining me for this 30-minute 80s. Okay. All right, so pardon the mess in my basement. I had a projector up there for a while. I used stickies. It tore all the paint off, and I couldn't see it over the monitor of the treadmill. So I went with the regular TV. I've got my Sonos speakers all set up, so it's a pretty sweet deal. But I'm going to show you kind of how it plays up there. And we will say just row. So a couple things I want to point out. Up on the screen, it shows you your instantaneous pace. It shows you your total meters, obviously your heart rate, and then your stroke rate, but it doesn't give you your average per 500 for the entire time. It is on your Concept 2 screen, so that's not a big deal. You can see it right there, but it doesn't show you your average for the entire row up there. Everything else is there that you need. As far as the leaderboard goes, it does not take your statistics and put you on the leaderboard compared to other people's outputs. What it does is just put you on there based on time that you've been in the workout. So everybody who joined before you is going to be on top of you. Everybody who joined after you is going to be below you. You're not going up the leaderboard as you work harder or going down the leaderboard when someone else is working harder than you. But you still get all of your metrics to show up in the app afterwards. So I really like that. I wish there was a way to make some of the metrics bigger, maybe down at the bottom like we normally have it, but not the end of the world. I mean, for me, it's also right here. And on a Concept 2, it doesn't plug in anything. It actually uses some power that comes out of the motion of the rower. So this lights up when you're rowing, so you can see everything you need to see. Works really well. I like having the heart rate monitor up there. And then I want to show you, I'm just going to exit out of this because I already did my workouts for the day. So once you've finished your row, you can go into your own profile and then bring up the day that you did your workouts. bring up a workout that you did. This isn't the one I just did on the video. This is one I did earlier today, but it gives you your entire heart rate for the entire thing. If you're tying in a heart rate monitor, gives you your zones just like it does on your bike or on your treadmill. And then it gives you, well, you can go, I didn't even realize you could tie in, you can go a little bit deeper into it and really see where you are in the zone. So that's pretty neat. Stroke output, so there's your power that you're putting out. I haven't rode on a Peloton rower, but I've rode on my Hydro, which is also a magnetic resistance. Very smooth. I like the belt drive. It is absolutely silent. The classes are great on the Hydro. I like the scenic with your instructors on the water out there rowing in an actual sculling shell as opposed to being on a machine. But really, I'm just in it for the workout. More often than not, I do my own workout and just, you know, watch something on TV. So that's another thing I could do. I could have Peloton down here recording in the Just Row feature and then just have, you know, Amazon Prime or Netflix or whatever up here, and I can watch Reacher or whatever it is that I'm watching at the time. So it does break down your row, shows you kind of like your intervals, your spikes and everything, which is super cool. The Concept 2 monitor does that, but you have to download it and go into another app. And if you didn't tie into it at the beginning, you only have the splits that you told it to record at the beginning. The PM5 is a great monitor, but it requires a little more work. If you just want to look at it on here, it's not going to be nearly as detailed as if you go into the Peloton app. It's recording everything comes out of here, but it just displays it a little better in my opinion. There's like the different apps. Concept 2 has its own app, so you can see this stuff. But again, I really like to see it all in one place. So I can go into the Peloton app now and see my runs, my bikes, and my rows, which is really cool. See what else? I mean, that's really it. I just wanted to make a video showing you what it looks like if you're on a non-Peloton rower using the Peloton app. So I'm going to go back in and do another quick row. We'll just, let's pick one that I haven't done yet. So for me, my PM5 turned off, so it disconnected. I had to reconnect it. It didn't take long. I didn't have to pause it or anything like that. So really, just going to row for a bit. Hope this was helpful. I've been looking for a video like this, so I just figured I'd make one and show you. If you're looking at using your Concept 2 with Peloton because you've got the tread or you've got the bike, you're already paying for the app, go for it. Anyway, that's it. You can put it up to your TV. The one thing you cannot do, and I think I might have mentioned this already, is you cannot tie your Concept 2 PM5 directly to an Apple TV. Like with Zwift, you can tie in your trainer straight to the Apple TV, so you don't have to mirror it from a device up there. It goes straight there. You can have your heart rate show up there, and you could do a class and have just your heart rate measured, but it's not going to do your pace or anything like that because the FTMS or FTMS, Fitness Metrics System, or whatever it stands for, that's the way it actually transmits the data from here. And the Apple TV doesn't recognize that, or the Peloton app doesn't actually pick it up. It is what it is. It does work on either your phone or your iPad. I just put an iPad here. I was using my phone earlier today, but I'm using my phone to record this, so I couldn't use it now. That's it. Hopefully this tells you a little something you didn't already know. Concept 2 is a great rower, so if you have one already, you could use it for this. Anyway, that's just rambling. Hopefully this is helpful. Have a good one.
It's over!